make us get there 5 or 6 hours before something happens. Hi, I'm Greg. This is Wendy, and boy, do we have an event to tell you about. Wendy, what in the heck is a vintage dance?
Greg, that's a great question. A lot of people ask me that. It's a very kind of niche hobby that we have, but there are groups all over the world that do it. And so we're happy to have a group here in Chattanooga. We are a nonprofit that focuses on historical dance, fashion, etiquette, history, and everything in the time period. So we do teach dance, but we also teach fashion workshops and things like that, so people know how to appropriately, dress for an event. We teach sewing workshops. We teach hair and makeup workshops. We go on outings, just any kind of thing to do with history, the good parts of history anyway. And yeah, we're really happy to have it in Chattanooga.
Talking about fashion, you may notice what she's wearing here. That tells you it's not the Renaissance that we're focusing on for this vintage dance. It's the 40s.
Absolutely. We're focusing specifically on World War II in the 40s and how the USO came in during World War II and just tried to make the soldiers feel at home when they were home, give them something to burst them up, pump them up for going back home. And so that's what we're going to be doing this weekend on Saturday. We have a great band playing that we'll definitely talk about in a minute.
I've heard of this group.
Yeah, I know. They've been known around in Chattanooga. But we're going to dress the place up like an old USO lounge, so it'll very much feel like living in about 1942, 1943. We'll have food from the time period, stations that were set up in the USO, of course, with live music and lots of fun dancing.
And if you don't know any swing dance steps, you don't know any steps, as Wendy said, they offer some direction there. And when we take band breaks, they have instructors out there to teach you the next dance coming up, right?
Indeed. We do some party dances from World War II, which is really fun, and some dances kind of during the band playing, so that if you don't have that background, you can have something to do during the dances.
As far as what someone would want to wear if they want to come, because this is open to everyone, right?
Absolutely.
Where would they, is it something that you go to a vintage store to find? Could you run to a Goodwill and see what you could pick up there? How do you figure out what to dress?
Yeah, that is a great question. We often do find some great options at things like Goodwill or vintage clothing stores. Collective Clothing downtown is a really good place. And if you call them and ask them, they can bring you some specific 40s things. If you're looking for a local option, of course, you still have some time to grab something on Amazon if you do it quickly. Right. They do have some things, but generally for the 40s, you're not looking at really big skirts yet for the ladies. Notice I have a little bit, but not enough for a crinoline. We're not wearing those really big skirts. They did have shoulder pads, not quite like the 80s shoulder pads, but they did have those. So kind of like A-line fit and flare type dresses. And men, thankfully, their fashion hasn't changed too much. So if you look like you'd be perfect for the time period.
Just wear a suit. But if you have an old Army uniform from your grandfather or something, see if you can fit into that as well. And the setup is so amazing because President Franklin Roosevelt is on the wall. The snacks are even period specific, and it's a great time. These have gone over well in the past, haven't they?
Yeah, absolutely. This is our 4th year doing this event, and it's our 3rd year partnering with Sweet Georgia Sound, and I hear you're the singer for Sweet Georgia Sound.
I'm the singer. I sing and I count them off. We're a band that's been around for just over 30 years. We've got nearly 20 people in it, from brass to woodwind to drums and keyboards and all that good stuff. And in our repertoire, which is just thousands of songs, we pick the songs that are authentic to the 1940s, even down to the arrangements, to try to serve this group as well as
which we really appreciate.
Yeah, and it's if you've never danced to live music, it's a lot of fun. And if you've never sat around and watched, we can have wallflowers. I myself have always been a wallflower. It's fun to watch as well. Do you like the really athletic type dancing, or are you more of a slow dance kind of gal?
I like both. So there's a time and place for a slow dance where you can come in close with your partner and, just be sweet together. And then there's a time when you kick it up, like with Sing, Sing, Sing or something like that from Glenn Miller. You can really go whole hog.
And the ages is what gets me too. From 20-somethings to 50-somethings, maybe even
older.
in 60s.
In fact, we even have some late teens in our group up to the 70s. They're 70s. So we love having a variety of people, a variety of different kinds of people coming, Everybody served their country during World War II, not just one type of person. So everybody put in the way they could. And so we want to make sure this event is open to everyone.
What is it that attracts you most of this time period and the music and the fashion and all that kind of thing?
Well, you named two things right there.
Music and fashion, yeah.
The music is amazing. It was the great swing era, the big band era, which just, even if you don't know how to dance, you just kind of want to tap your feet to it, It just makes you want to move. But the fashions of the past are just beautiful, and I feel like we've lost a lot of
Some
that.
of which we have featured behind us here. Yeah.
Yeah, we do have a few 40s things behind us, hats and things, and everything I'm wearing, even down to my underthings, are from the 40s.
How about that? You have to inform the character all the way through.
Indeed,
right?
It helps you really just step into the time period.
And tell me again when this is and how long it lasts and what the cost of admission and all that.
Yeah,
stuff.
absolutely. So we do uncharacteristic. You can get them on our website. You can find us on Facebook at Chattanooga Vintage Dancers, but on ChattanoogaVintageDance.com, there is a link there on the home page. The tickets are $45. That includes everything for the evening, the live music, the food, the instruction, everything like that. And it starts at 8 p.m. and it goes to 11 p.m.
I think we have a handy graphic we can put up. This is
even
in
better.
East Ridge at the VFW, right?
American Legion.
American Legion, sorry, but the American Legion in East Ridge, huge parking lot, a huge facility. They're so kind to let us
Great space
take it
for
over
dancing,
there. Yeah.
absolutely. And while there were no alcohol sales at all at normal USOs in the past, I will let you know that there may be a bar connected to the American Legion. And so if anybody happens to wander over there, they can wander back over.
Sometimes if you're having a hard time getting out of the dance floor, I
Yeah.
suppose you can get a little of your
Little liquid
grease
courage.
your wheels a
Exactly.
little bit there. Yeah. That's nice to know that it's right there. And what a great opportunity to kind of let maybe what's been going on in your life or in the world go for 2 or 3 hours over the course of the weekend and live
And
in
just
a
have
simpler
fun.
time. Yeah.
Exactly.
Anything you haven't talked about that you wanted to make sure to get out there?
If anybody ever wants to join us for dance classes, those are usually going to be on Tuesday nights, right here in this dance studio. And they're from 7:30 to 9:30. We will have series that go on right before a big event. We do have a major event that happens every first Saturday of November, and that's a 1920s speakeasy event.
Wow.
We have a big Victorian Christmas ball, and we do this one. And then we do something in the summer. I think we're looking more towards like a Bridgerton Regency themed event this summer. So we'll be starting classes for those things leading up. And anytime you have a ticket to the event, you get all the dance classes, the workshops, and everything included.
And plenty of time to pull a costume together for the
Absolutely.
Bridgerton thing. And that can all be found through the links on your Facebook page as well.
Through Facebook and through our website.
Good deal.
Indeed.
All right. So we hope to see you at our 40s era dance coming up for Sweet Georgia Sound, Vintage Dance. Greg, Wendy, we'll see you there.
Yeah, thank you.
Step back in time.
Live the moment.
Dance the history.
Together.